Bonjour, hello everyone. I'm Nata, host of the Nata PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service, or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At Nata PR, we deal with real clients every day and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening and let's get started. Bonjour, hello everyone, and welcome to the Nata PR School podcast, episode 15. PR, when and why? This is the question of the day. I wanted to explore that with you today, why use PR and when, because it did happen to us a few times. We have potential clients that come to us and they are interested in PR. They think it's a great tool and they ask us, does PR really work? Is it something that's going to give me a result? And of course, you know, when someone asks me such a genuine question, I explore the reasons why, and I want to know why they think PR is good for them. Do you want to use PR to make yourself known, your company or your product known? Is it to build your brand identity, for example? If these are the two main reasons why you're looking for PR and do a PR campaign, you will be happy. You won't be disappointed by a public relations campaign. After 30 years in business and 20 years at the agency, we created Nata PR 20 years ago. I can promise you and assure you that our clients aren't paying our fees out of a sense of charity, right? As you can imagine, you know, when you decide to spend money in marketing, PR, you want to have some result. After all those years, I can confirm without the shadow of a doubt that PR works. Yes, not just because it's my profession, but I've been doing it for so long. Two main reasons to why it works, because we have clients that told us the results that they were generating. Even if you don't have a lot of money to do a huge survey to find out how many people know about you, there are very simple tools you can use. Probably all of you, if you have a website, you know Google Analytics. This is a great tool, and you'll know when a campaign is at the beginning and you start having influencers talk about your product, your service, and media. There are some articles published. You should see an increasing number of visitors on your website. It can also be an increase on the subscribers to your newsletter. And you see your fans, Facebook fans, Instagram fans growing. So the number of followers are increasing. These are great indicators, perfect indicators, actually. And the other thing is you need to know the public relations result can be measured. You can ask your agency how they measure their results, and you can compare. You can ask them, so what is a campaign similar to our product that was a success? So you can compare and measure. So why should we or should you use PR? So why use PR? 7 reasons I want to discuss and I want to talk to you about. So the first one is because it's the best tool to tell your story. Why is that? Because there's nothing more flexible than a press release in which you can put all the information you want. You can be super concise, but you can tell your story. And once you have that tool and a journalist or an influencer want to talk to you, want to interview you, then you can really tell your story. So why use PR? First reason, because it's an amazing tool to tell your story. Number 2, you use PR to make yourself known because you want people to know you out there. You want to reach your consumers. So that's a great tool. PR is amazing for that. And nothing beats a news article or a blog post, an interview on the radio or on a podcast. A TV appearance, a TV interview can really get you known faster than an online promotional campaign. And I really like to talk about Rosie Delorme. I say hi to Rosie. Rosie, she's a digital marketing expert. And she found me 2 years ago. I decided to really explore those new tools, Instagram Live, Facebook, and I wanted to know if I could speak about PR every week, find a new theme, a new subject. As you can see, right? It seems to be possible. And I was practicing myself and, picking my brain to find new subjects every week and talking in front of my computer. So I was doing Facebook Lives. It's amazing the tools that we have today that we can use just to explore and see if there is a resonance on the other side. I don't think sometimes we realize the extent of what's available to us for very little money, actually. If you have an internet connection, you have a computer, you can open an Instagram account or Facebook account for free. So I decided I'm going to try to do that and look at myself right in front of the camera, on my computer camera, and talk about different subject every week. And this is how Rosie, that I just told you about, Rosie found me. And when she contacted me, I was like, oh my God, people are listening to my Facebook Live. I was calling it PR Rendezvous. So my PR Rendezvous, when you do that every week, something you probably know, is very powerful, actually. You build something, and as you know, Google, Facebook, they love when you repeat something every week. That's another subject that we can speak about in another podcast. So all this to say, I'm back to why to use PR. And Rose is the one who told me, you know what, there's nothing that can beat an article, a great review online or in a newspaper to create this huge impact on your notoriety, actually. So that's number 2. Number 3, why use PR? Because PR means credibility. Really. So if a journalist, a blogger start talking about you all of a sudden, it's kind of magic. It's like someone else is really like paying attention to who you are, pick you as a subject for their article. So it really means credibility. Number 4, PR lets you speak. This I love because this is why we say it's great to tell your story, but it lets you really speak. You can really send information through PR that you want. Number 5, you become a known entity through the eyes of others sometimes. So you become known, and you have this also credibility through influencers who decide to use your product, or journalists who decide to talk about it. Let me give you a super simple example that I love, that I use very often. If you, I don't know if you know that, but Marilyn Monroe was an influencer back in the days. She wasn't called that way. She was an actress as well, but she was really influencing people around her. To me, an influencer is really someone that has this power of making you buy something, right? Or use something else. And I don't know if you know about this campaign about Chanel No. 5. So one day, a journalist asked her what she was wearing in bed, and she said, well, I'm only wearing Chanel No. 5. So perfume, right? So this is amazing. So now that's my number 5. Yeah, right? You can become a known entity through the eyes of other. And then number 6, PR professionals know the right moment to present your product or story. So why use PR? Because of that. We know when to send a story. We know what's the best time of the year, what's the best moment. And at the agency, we're very honest with that. Sometimes, if a product is launched and there's a campaign going on, and let's say the company wants to include PR, we sometimes start campaigns. It's sometimes difficult to know what's happening with pandemic and all that. So sometimes let's go out there. Let's go see what's the response. And we're super open with clients. We tell them, well, you know what? It's not a good moment. So we won't charge you anything. We won't make you spend tons of money because the timing is not good. It can happen. It's hard to know everything, but normally we're really good at knowing when. Number 7, PR experts know how to sell your story. PR is really selling. I love to say it's soft selling, but that's what it is. And if you don't love selling, I tell my new employees, you will not love working here. You will not love PR. So 7 reasons why use PR. Number 1 was to tell your story. Number 2, to make yourself known. Number 3, PR means credibility. Number 4, PR lets you speak. Number 5, you can become a known entity through the eyes of others. Remember my story about Marilyn Monroe. Number 6, PR experts know when is the right moment to present your product. Number 7, we know how to sell your product, your story, or your service. So when should you use PR? Because this is all about when and why. So when, the rule number 1 is you have to be ready. Your product, your service has to be available. There's nothing more that breaks my heart, that's more sad. Nothing more sad than you have this incredible article review and you're not ready. And thank God now, you need to know that many media request to have a website reference that they want to put in their articles, a clickable link for their readers to go and find your products or your service right away while they read online. And if you don't have that, they might decide not to talk about you, which is a good thing, actually, because then it means you're throwing away money. You're throwing money by the window when you do that. So rule number 1, when to do PR, when your product or your service is available for sale. So that's number 1. Number 2, you have those famous points of sales. So if you don't have an online platform where you can sell your product or your service, make sure someone else can. It can be another boutique, another store, another enterprise that sells your services. So at least you can send potential clients to buy your thing. You need to know people love to buy stuff. So make sure it's available. So you need to have these online points of sale. Number 3, you have a story to tell. You have a good story to tell. So this is when you use PR. If you have nothing to say, really, wait and make sure you have something to tell the press. That's very unique. It doesn't have to be intricate, complicated. It can be super simple, but make sure you have a good story to tell. And number 4, your product is new or it stands out in any way. So you can also work with PR experts to find out what's so special and unique about your new product that you want to launch. So briefly, when use PR, rule number 1, when you're ready and your product is available, have online points of sale. You have a good story to tell. Number 3, number 4, your product stands out or it's a new thing, it's new and your consumers are expecting it. So voila. So today, really, I just wanted to play around about is really PR working and why and when. Obviously, I'm convinced because I've been doing it for so long, for so many years. But if you want to really learn how to use PR and integrate it in your marketing plan, please reach out and we'll have a cohort very soon and get on our list so you'll know when the next one's going to open. And we teach all this in depth and we adapt our class, actually Discord. I work with you and we build the tools you need. Whatever you need, we'll be creating it with you. And I hope you will join us eventually. So I hope this was useful. Thank you for listening and à la semaine prochaine. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the Nata PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.